Welcome to the wild Yukon, where gold rush miners chase millions in gold. Season 15 delivered huge hauls, brutal setbacks, and drama that'll hook you. New to the show? Let's dive into the dirt and unpack the chaos. From sweeping wildlands to roaring machines, it's high risk, high reward. Stick around for the wins, the losses, and the chaos that made the season unforgettable. And yes, there are enough sparkling gold reveals to make your jaw drop. This is Inside Gold Rush Season 15. The wins, the losses, the chaos. In the high-stakes world of Yukon gold mining, a season is defined by its wins. For Parker Schnabel, a 30-year-old mining star, this season wasn't just a win, it was a monumental victory. He and his crew didn't just meet their goal, they shattered it, hitting an incredible 5,000 ounces of gold on his Scribner Creek claim. At today's prices, that's a haul worth tens of millions of dollars, marking his biggest season yet and setting a new benchmark for what's possible. The final weigh-in is the moment of truth, where months of relentless effort are quantified in ounces. As the crew gathered, the tension was palpable. They watched the scale climb, ticking past 4,000, then 4,500, and finally surging beyond the 5,000-ounce milestone. The eruption of cheers wasn't just for the gold, it was a release of every ounce of pressure, every long day, and every sacrifice made. But how did they achieve it? It started with a smart, aggressive strategy for managing the ground. First, they had to strip away the worthless topsoil, known as overburden, to expose the ancient gold-rich gravel below, the pay layer. This is where the coordination between excavator and loader operators becomes a finely tuned dance. One machine digs, the other hauls, feeding the wash plant with a constant, uninterrupted stream of pay dirt. Relentless efficiency met smart strategy, and the ground paid them back. Parker's crew optimized every stage of the process. They kept the sluice running around the clock, a massive mechanical river designed to do one thing: separate gold from gravel. By carefully managing water flow and the angle of the sluice, they ensured maximum recovery, wringing every possible ounce from the pay dirt. The physics are simple, but unforgiving. As water washes the gravel down the sluice, the heavy gold, 19 times heavier than water, sinks and gets trapped in the riffles. Lighter sand and rock, known as tailings, wash away. It's a process perfected over a century, now scaled up with millions of dollars of iron. This record-breaking season wasn't just the result of good ground. It was forged by the crew's unwavering belief in their leader and their shared commitment to the goal. The long hours, the brutal conditions, the constant pressure, it all culminated in this moment. Hard work, sacrifice, and trust turned into a record season. This victory cemented Parker's reputation as a top Yukon miner, proving he possesses not just the ambition, but the geological judgment and operational expertise to find rich ground and, more importantly, to mine it profitably. Meanwhile, the Klondike King, Tony Beets, was writing his own success story on Paradise Hill. Betting big on colossal, century-old machines, he hauled in an impressive 4,000 ounces. Tony's strategy is a stark contrast to Parker's modern, mobile operation. He relies on brute force and sheer scale. His old-school dredges are mechanical marvels, floating factories kept alive with grit, ingenuity, and a whole lot of welding. Each bucket scoops up tons of earth, feeding a complex system of screens and sluices inside the dredge itself. They are slow, but unstoppable, chewing through the valley floor by the acre. Tony's play is all about volume. His philosophy is simple: move more material than anyone else, and the ounces will follow. It's a high-risk, high-reward game that requires immense capital for fuel and maintenance, but when it pays off big. This isn't a one-man show. The Beets dynasty is a family affair. With his children Kevin and Monica driving daily operations, managing the crew, troubleshooting breakdowns, and ensuring the gold keeps flowing, the entire enterprise runs like a well-oiled, albeit very loud, machine. While it may not have matched Parker's record-setting total, 4,000 ounces is a massive haul that still screams dominance in the Klondike, proving Tony's old-school methods are far from obsolete. Then, there's the underdog, Rick Ness. After a season that pushed him to the brink of failure, Rick staged a remarkable comeback, scoring 1,800 ounces. For his small, beleaguered crew, this wasn't just a win, it was a vindication. His victory was a story of heart, resilience, and pure redemption. It was earned one grueling cleanup at a time, A cleanup is the final, crucial step where the concentrated gold-heavy material from the sluice is processed to separate out the pure gold. For Rick, each one was a battle. Operating with a leaner budget and without the biggest machines, Rick's team had to fight for every ounce. They couldn't rely on overwhelming volume. They had to be smarter, more resourceful, and willing to outwork their circumstances. After a disastrous start, they finally hit a patch of steady pay dirt. The small wins started adding up, building momentum and morale. That steady trickle of gold turned into a flow, fueling a comeback that saved their season and their livelihoods. So, let's look at the final scoreboard for the season's wins. Parker, the strategist, at a record-breaking 5,000 ounces. Tony, the king of scale, at a mighty 4,000 ounces. And Rick, the comeback kid, with a hard-fought 1,800 ounces. 3 different miners, 3 vastly different paths, but all chasing the same singular goal: to turn frozen, muddy ground into life-changing gold. Those were the wins. The glorious multi-million-dollar payoffs that make it all seem worth it. But these numbers don't tell the whole story. Next, we'll look at what it costs to get them: the losses. In the high-stakes world of Yukon gold mining, a loss isn't just a setback, it's a threat to the entire season. For Tony Beets, this threat became a reality when his ancient dredge, the heart of his operation, ground to a halt. A critical mechanical failure meant the colossal machine was dead in the water, losing not just days of work, but tens of thousands of dollars in potential gold with every passing hour. When heavy gear fails, the entire operation stops. It's a devastating chain reaction. The wash plant sits silent, the excavators go idle, and the payroll clock keeps ticking. The real cost isn't just the repair, it's the opportunity cost. A dredge processing 500 yards an hour at just $10 of gold per yard means every hour of downtime is a potential $5,000 loss. Compounding the problem is the tyranny of distance. Remote claims mean parts are scarce, and shipping them into the Yukon is a logistical nightmare. A simple hydraulic pump that might be available same day in the lower 48 can take a week or more to arrive, costing a fortune in express freight. Tony's crew was forced to improvise, losing precious days diagnosing the issue and attempting to fabricate their own fixes. Every lost hour is gold that may never be recovered from the ground, but losses aren't always mechanical. For Parker Schnabel, the breakdown was human. His crew lost critical momentum when a key equipment operator abruptly quit, instantly cutting their digging capacity and throwing carefully laid plans into disarray. A sudden skills gap emerges. An experienced operator can move dirt with surgical precision and speed. A rookie replacement is slower, less efficient, and poses a higher risk of damaging multi-million-dollar machines. This slows production and dramatically raises the risk of another costly breakdown. Trust is the oxygen in a mining camp. When it's gone, everything suffers. A sudden departure can poison morale, forcing the remaining crew to work longer, harder shifts to pick up the slack, leading to burnout and mistakes. Then there are the losses no one can control. Rick Ness and his team battled the raw power of nature itself, as unseasonable rains triggered floods that turned their entire claim into a sea of mud, stopping all work. Overnight, carefully constructed access roads turn to impassable soup, and productive mining pits fill with water, becoming useless lakes. The ground becomes too unstable and dangerous to operate heavy machinery, and if it's not floods, it's the freeze. An early cold snap can lock the ground like concrete, making digging nearly impossible and freezing water lines solid. In a brutally short 4-month mining season, the weather can steal precious days, or even weeks, that you can never get back. These are the losses that can't be fixed with a wrench or a pep talk. The losses stack up relentlessly from 3 fronts: failing equipment, faltering crew, and ferocious weather. Sometimes a single blown hydraulic hose can derail an entire week's production schedule. In the Yukon, one mistake, one breakdown, or one bad storm can cost a fortune. The land doesn't care about deadlines, balance sheets, or dreams. It demands respect and punishes any lack of preparation. Those are the losses, the quiet, costly pauses that test a miner's resolve and make the eventual wins feel nothing short of miraculous. In the high-stakes world of gold mining, chaos is a constant, unwelcome partner. On Tony's claim, the ground itself turned against the crew. A sudden, terrifying cave-in nearly buried millions of dollars in heavy equipment, sparking sheer panic. The Earth doesn't give warnings. Thousands of tons of unstable ground can move in a terrifying instant. There are absolutely no second chances when a wall of dirt and rock lets go. It's a stark reminder that every cut is a calculated risk. Shaken but undeterred, the crews regrouped. Operations stopped, and a new plan was drawn up with safety as the non-negotiable priority. They had to recut the area, losing precious time but ensuring no one got hurt. The dangers aren't always geological. Out in the remote wilderness, bears wandered too close for comfort, a common but always unnerving event. A bear sighting isn't just a photo opportunity, it's a full-blown safety emergency. Operations halted immediately until the area was confirmed secure, costing hours of valuable sluicing time. Then there's human error. A new guy on Parker's team, eager but inexperienced, botched a critical cleanup. Rushing the process, he let precious gold slip right through the system. On another claim, a different rookie misjudged the water flow and completely flooded the sluice. The result? Gold, the very thing they're all fighting for, was literally washed away downstream. These are painful, expensive mistakes, but they become powerful, on-the-job teaching moments. Every error is a lesson learned in the harshest classroom on Earth. The chaos isn't just external. The immense pressure of the season often ignites internal conflict. Rick's risky mid-season crew swap was a gamble that turned former allies into tense rivals. Exhaustion and the weight of expectation spilled into late-night arguments, fueled by frustration and hurt feelings. In the Yukon, gold mining tests personal relationships just as much as it tests the limits of heavy machinery. Disasters, rookie errors, and interpersonal drama, chaos attacks from all sides, threatening to derail the entire season. It's like spinning a wheel of misfortune every single morning. No one knows what disaster will hit next. In these moments, adrenaline spikes, tempers flare, and carefully planned timelines begin to slip away, ounce by ounce. But then, they do what they always do. They take a breath, reset their focus, and get right back to work. Because in the Yukon, you don't have the luxury of waiting for perfect conditions. You have to fight through to the chaos. The mantra is simple: fix it, learn from it, and move on, before the unforgiving winter closes in and ends the season. And somehow, surviving that relentless chaos is exactly what makes the final weigh-in and the victories that much sweeter. Gold Rush Season 15 was a wild ride of dreams won, plans wrecked, and chaos that defines the Yukon. Loved it? Drop your favorite moment below, hit like, and subscribe for more recaps. Curious about Season 16? Stay tuned. For newcomers, check our Gold Rush Beginner's Guide next. See you in the Klondike. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.